Greetings, gamers. This, like always, is Games Master Jasper, and I am proud to announce that I have finally completed a 6-year research project I have been conducting and will be releasing the results over this video. You'll have to excuse my excitement, as this is something that I have devoted the past 6 years of my life to. The project I had been working on was a study on what games different ethnic and racial groups play and how they play them. My study took me all across America as I interviewed and observed gamers of all creeds and cultures, and even enjoyed a few games with them too. Warning: I did not conduct this research to reinforce any negative racial or cultural stereotypes. This study was conducted to garner raw facts about gamers and to learn how we game, both differently and alike. I hope that you can take more from this than our differences. So, without further ado, let's begin. The first ethnic group that I studied was whites. Whites tend to prefer sport games such as the Madden series, the NBA Live series, and of course FIFA Soccer. In fact, whites play so many sports games, an average of 8 to 16 hours of sports games a week, that much of their gaming translates into real-life sports ability. In addition, whites have no console or PC preference, instead tending to enjoy games for the experience itself and not for the mode of its conveyance. In terms of skill, whites can range from very poor to excellent, with the average existing somewhere between above average and good. Next, let's delve into the world of Hispanic gaming and see what videojuegos they enjoy. That's Spanish for video games. Latino gamers tend to be RPG enthusiasts, the most popular RPGs being the infamous Grandia series and Arc the Lad. Latinos seem perfectly comfortable grinding for hours on end to attain the next level of armor or weaponry to maximize their character's statistics, and love to immerse themselves into their gaming environment, often taking time to learn about the game's backstory and lore. As a result, Latinos tend to perform poorly on skill-based games and do not have the quick reaction times of many other races. Still, with a little practice and luck, Latinos can rumble with the best of them. In conclusion, me gusta. Next, let's take a look at Arabs, aka Muslims. I've got one word for you: wow! Muslims exemplify the very best of gamers, and if gamer ethnic groups were tiered, Muslims would be at the top. Muslims generally excel at any game they put their mind to, but specialize in FPSs. That, of course, means first-person shooters. Muslims dominate the FPS rankings for just about every FPS out there, from Unreal Tournament to Quake to Half-Life, and it was no surprise for me to find out that Fatality is a Muslim. Muslims game hard, game safe, and most of all, game on. Period. The next group I'd like to talk about is blacks. Although blacks were late in the introduction to gaming technology, they quickly mastered the art and took to dominating in gaming championships. Most gamers remember the Sega Genesis fondly as the black console because it fostered many fledgling black gamers. Today, most blacks play puzzle games and do so with a mastery not found in the other races. Among these games are Bubble Bobble, Tetris, and Puzzle Quest, to mention a few. In addition, blacks seem to exhibit an expertise at Dance Dance Revolution that few others can match. A minority of blacks flock to the RPG side of the gaming pond, where they tend to favor games such as Wild Arms and Phantasy Star. The final gamer ethnicity that I studied was East Asians. As could be expected, most Asian gamers tend to prefer platformer titles such as Super Mario, who some claim is the mascot of gaming, and Super Metroid. Although both Chinese and Jap gamers enjoy platformers, there seems to be a rift in which type they enjoy. Chinese prefer exploring games like Metroid and Castlevania, whereas Jap gamers tend to prefer straightforward run-and-jump games such as the Great Gianna Sisters. And speaking of the Great Gianna Sisters, Jap gamers prefer the Amiga over all other consoles. East Asian gamers tend to range from very bad gamers to very good, like whites, but do not seem to have any specific average. Good and bad seem to be polar in East Asian culture. Well, that's a breakdown of my research for you. If there are any more races I didn't study, please tell me about them. I don't know all the races. Thank you for watching. I will be releasing lots of bar graphs and pie charts on my blog. Take care, gamers, and don't forget, Semper Games.